road trip karaoke.
Yeah. What a beautiful night. This is crazy. And by beautiful, I mean tornado clouds over there. Sunset.
Golden hour.
All right. Let's go for our second edition of Truck Talks.
Should we break a new clip?
No, this is just our liberal Truck Talks edition. This is such a beautiful sunset. Wow, I mean, look at this.
It's beautiful.
That is picturesque.
I wish you could see it.
I wish they could see it. You just got to take our word for it. All right, so what did we learn in Liberal? We just spent the day in Liberal, Kansas. What did we learn? What are our takeaways from today?
It's important to show up.
It's important to show up. Okay. Yep.
It was nice that the Kansas Democratic Party decided to host their Demfest stop here at Liberal.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Southwest Kansas, you know, they got to feel the love. They were so happy to see us. They're like, usually y'all don't come out. We're like, we come everywhere. What are you talking
We'll
about?
go wherever, yeah.
All right. So showing up. So that probably explains why, as I was walking around saying I'm running against Roger Marshall, everybody was so excited. 'Cause he does not show up.
He does not.
I mean, genuinely, I did not know what to expect. Let's look at the data. The data says that a lot of these counties are, you know, R plus 10, 15, who knows. But when you show up and you got your daughters with you and you're talking to people, having a good time, people are excited to see us. You know, everybody was super nice. I can't imagine.
Really nice.
I'm not going to be naive enough and think that everybody that we met is going to vote for us, but everybody was super friendly. They were engaged.
Receptive.
Everybody was receptive. Yeah, it was great. I do need to work on my Spanish a little bit. My Espanol is a little rusty, but it was great. We had some good conversations. We connected with folks. All right, so it was really cool. Democracy Days, the Kansas Democratic Party hosted with Seward County Dems. So a cool community event space on like an old train depot. Really good turnout. A lot of the other candidates came. It was interesting, the candidates that weren't there, but there were a good amount of candidates that were there. We were in Wichita this morning. You know, when you're the only black candidate running statewide federal, and we saw the other one, Casey Hobson, running for lieutenant governor. Shout out Casey. You got to be at Juneteenth, right? So we've been at 8 Juneteenth parades and festivals this week. Wichita had theirs this morning. We had to get up early in Kansas City. We left the house at like 6:30. Oh, there she got the Juneteenth flag. What's up, Amaya? Amaya got in last night. She flew in, just got out of school, flew in, picked her up from the airport at midnight, in the car to Wichita by 6:30, in the parade. So we got to see Sedgwick County Dems. We got to see Christy Kirk came over, gave us a big hug. Who else? Ford Carr was there. Benita Gooch, they're running against each other. We love both of y'all. We gotta figure that out. But Benita and Ford, Chris Carmichael running for U.S. Congress. That's pretty cool. We got to hang out with Chris.
We saw Casey.
Casey Hobson running for lieutenant governor. Listen, guys, Kansas has not elected a black statewide official in 150 years, since 1880. And now we have 2 on the ballot this year. Casey Hobson for lieutenant governor, yours truly, Erik Murray, for United States Senator, and we're both going to win. Casey's bringing Cindy Holscher along for governor. Shout out to Cindy Holscher. My gosh, a poll came out yesterday. Cindy is lapping the field. She was like 4-1, 5-1. Anyways, shout out to y'all. All right, so who else was there? We saw Chris Carmichael for U.S. Congress. A lot of House candidates. Okay, so for those of you who aren't closely following the race, Kansas, there's all kinds of things screwed up in government right now. We know that. We know all of the corruption and just cruel things that are coming out of Washington. But a lot of people don't realize that the same thing is happening at a state level in our state legislature. And so we have a record number of Democratic state house candidates because we have a Republican supermajority. So what's interesting about the state of Kansas, we have a Democratic governor, but we have a Republican supermajority. So the Republican supermajority passes all the laws. The only thing our governor can really do is decide whether to veto it. And even when she tries to veto the most outrageous things, the supermajority allows them to override that veto. So it is very important that we break the supermajority. We have a record number of candidates to do it. We only need to pick up 5. So there were several out there today. Let's see who all. Daniel Schneider we saw out there. Kyle Beecham, he was out there, but I didn't see Kyle. He texted me though. Jalen Britton, Mark, Carol Brewer. Who else was out there? Anyways, a lot of candidates, right? So get to know these House candidates. In fact, if you go to join.ericforkansas.com/house, you'll see our Kansas House race tracker. We built that infrastructure to make sure it's not just about us winning. it's great for me to beat Roger Marshall and go to Washington, but if the folks here in Topeka are still screwing up, that's going to make the experience back home for all the Kansans that I love miserable. So we got to win both. We're going to beat Marshall. We're going to help someone like Chris Carmichael beat Ron Estes. We were hanging out just now in Liberal because you can see the gerrymandered districts. The first district stretches like 60 counties. It's outrageous. But the mighty first is what they call it. Colin McRoberts is going to beat Tracy Mann. Also, Lauren Reinhold. Shout out to Lauren. She was there. Another great candidate. So we got 2 great options there. Who else?
Jennifer Day.
Jen Day was there. So Jen Day, our Secretary of State. Oh my gosh. 2 of the supervillains in the history book are going to be Pat Proctor, who Jen Day is running against for Secretary of State, and Chris Kobach, who Chris Mann is running against for Attorney General. Chris Kobach, here's your hint, right? Chris Mann is who we like. His initials are CM. So think of that as like cares about me, Children's Mercy. Chris Kobach, who we aren't a fan of, his initials are KK. So if that's not a reminder, then like that's your hint. So KK and PP are the bad guys. But Chris Mann and Jennifer Day are going to win with the turnout that we're out generating. So here's the best part. We were talking to Kay with the Seward County Dems, and there's no way to sugarcoat what I'm about to say. The reality is that communities of color, and especially young people of color, have not really loved what the Democratic Party has been doing of late. I've been a Democrat all my life, so when I criticize the Democratic Party, I do it from a place of love. It's like when my mama used to whoop me as a kid. She would say, this hurts me more than it hurts you. I'm whooping you because I love you. So when you hear me talking on the Democratic Party, it's because I love the party. But we have got to do a better job of engaging young people in communities of color, because we don't want to hear any more rhetoric. We want action and results. And so the cool thing in the action and results category is Miss Kay, who's the chair of Seward County Dems, has been very intentional about making sure that she supports diverse candidates. And so she told us, she said, Erik, you and Alyssa, you've got to go meet our new new vice mayor, but second term city commissioner in Liberal, Janet Vasquez. So we called Janet. Hey, Janet, I'm Erik Murray running for Senate against Roger Marshall. Oh my God, Erik, happy to talk to you. So we meet up with Janet at the Bluebonnet Park. So we didn't even know this, but Liberals having their big street festival, Liberal Nights Out. We went over, Janet gave us a heads up. We went over and met Janet and Karina and their family, got to hang out, got to go meet a bunch of great folks around Liberal. And again, everybody we walked up to was super excited to see us. But all right, back to Miss Janet real quick. So Janet won her city commission seat 5 years ago, was just reelected last November. So in her second term, she's now the vice mayor, young, dynamic, engaging, Latina. Fantastic. That is what the future of leadership needs to look like. So shout out to Miss Kay, shout out to Janet, to Liberal, to the Seward County Dems. Like, this is the work that we're doing. So yeah, it was good to show up, hang out with folks. Good dancing, good music.
Good music. It's had a good evening, yeah.
Bonnie Ray?
Bailey.
Bailey Ray. My bad, Bailey. Bailey Ray.
Super talented.
She was jamming. She was jamming. Actually, we got to weave in a clip. All right, film crew, weave in one of those clips. What else? Oh, look. Okay, sunset. Hold on. We got to show. We got to give them one more look at that. Don't mind the oncoming traffic. I hope you can see that sunset. Wow. Wow. All right. I better drive now.